Hi, and welcome to Perfect Imperfections by Dior. Today we're making ravioli. Very simple, very quick, easy, delicious, okay? So first thing you want to do is get your ingredients. And I'm keeping it so simple today. I already have ravioli that was pre-made. I bought it from from 99-cent store. So it was $1.99. Let me show you the package. This is the ravioli. This is the package that I got from the 99-cent store, but as you see, it was $1.99, not 99 cents. I do have some water over here coming to a rapid boil. It just has some vegetable oil and some salt. And once this starts boiling, we're going to put our pasta in. For my pasta sauce, I'm actually going to use this pre-made sauce. So this is roasted onion and garlic. You can use marinara, you can use a different sauce, and whatever else you want. You can add vegetables. So I actually do have some kale. And I'm thinking about chopping up just a little bit of it and adding it in just to have a little bit more vegetables. And then I want to top it off with some mozzarella. My ravioli already has cheese in it. It doesn't have any meat. I'm not adding any meat to this, but you definitely can. You could just make your ground meat like you're gonna make spaghetti and then use the sauce, and then you have a meat sauce. Or you can buy the meat one. This is a 4-cheese ravioli. They do have other ones. I don't remember all the different flavors, but I decided to get the cheese one. I did a rough chop on my kale, and I did take the spine out. Normally I would use this part, but I decided not to because this is not going to cook very long, and it takes a while for this part to get tender, but I'm not waiting for that today. So I just took the leafy part off and rinsed it. That's why it's still wet, and then gave it a good rough chop. So it's not tiny pieces, but it is cut up some. So now that my water has come to a rapid boil, I am going to add in my kale. And I just turned on my oven. I'm heating my oven to 425 degrees because I am going to add cheese and then bake that on. Also with my kale, I'm going to add my pasta, and then we'll let this boil for about 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, so I did put the lid on, and you guys were not ready for that. Alright, so my pasta and kale has been boiling for about 5 minutes. I'm going to try to keep the kale at the bottom, and I'm going to lay it in this pan here. And if you could scoop out the kale by itself, do that. And I am using this type of spatula so that it can drain as I'm scooping it out. Sorry guys, it's so steamy. This is super steamy, and this one did break, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna get this out and then pour some sauce on it. Okay, so I have everything layered. If it's easier for you, you might want to make the kale or spinach or whatever vegetable you're using. If you decide to use a vegetable, make that one first, then put it on the bottom, and then boil your raviolis and then put them on top. But I was able to do both at one time, and it was a little bit more work to try to separate it, but I was able to do it for the most part. So if you see, like, this is the bottom, and then I have a ravioli on top. And there are more in here than I thought there would be, so they're kind of overlapping some. But now we're just going to pour some sauce on there, and this is straight out of the container. So I'm just pouring that on, and then try to get it all over. Okay, so we have that. You can leave it just like this or put your cheese on it, but you know your girl likes seasoning, so we're gonna go with some garlic powder. And I'm not using a lot. And then some onion powder. Oops, that was a little bit too much, but I like it, so it's fine. Black pepper. And then also we are going to add some Italian seasoning. All right. Next, we're going to add the cheese. I am using mozzarella cheese, but this is the rustic cut, so it is thicker. Let me just show you what it looks like in comparison to normal shredded cheese. Let's see if I could get one out. You see how thick this is? So this is the rustic one. It's much thicker cut, and you can do whatever you want. And I got kale under my nail. All right, so this is the rustic mozzarella. I am going to add a little bit of crumbled feta cheese, and I did get this from the Dollar Tree. So this was $1 for 3 ounces of crumbled feta cheese, traditional Greek style. All right, so we've added the mozzarella and the feta cheese on there, and we're going to pop this in the oven at 425 degrees for about 3 to 5 minutes. Honestly, I just want to heat the sauce and melt the cheese. And I didn't use all of the sauce. I used almost all of it. So I'm just going to save the rest of this and put it in the refrigerator. So our ravioli pasta is in the oven. And I just want to say, like, if you don't want to put vegetables, you don't. You could just use the noodle and the sauce and then cheese if you want. You don't even have to add the extra cheese. You can just literally boil the pasta and then put some sauce on it. And that's the easier way. But I wanted to add more vegetables to my palette, so I did use the kale. Spinach is also a great choice, and if you don't like that, you can add whatever vegetable you want, maybe some zucchini. But I'm a little bit particular about which vegetables I like with red sauce, so that's why I chose kale. Plus I already had it in the fridge. If you want, you can add a salad. So on the side, just put like a spinach or kale salad and that feta cheese. I'm gonna do that for you guys. I'm gonna make you guys a salad with that feta cheese and some spinach. I think that will be a good video for you guys coming up. So we're gonna use that feta cheese. Make sure you go to Dollar Tree and pick up one of those feta cheese so you can make the salad that I'm going to do soon for you. And then I'll show you another way to use feta cheese. All right, so our time is up and it's out of the oven. Now the feta didn't melt as well as I thought it would, but the mozzarella did melt, and that's good. Right now we're gonna let this sit for about 2 minutes before we touch it. So don't just like dig in right away. Let it sit for a moment so it can relax and then scoop some up. It's been 3 minutes that this has been resting. I'm just gonna cut into it and get some out. And plate it. Okay, so the moment you guys have been waiting for. We got the ravioli. Let's try some of this kale and get some sauce on it. Smells good. Tastes good. This tomato sauce really cuts down that kale taste. So if you are a person that don't really care for that strong kale taste, tomato sauce will cut it out. The vinegar from the vinegar from the tomatoes cuts the flavor. And then we have our ravioli. Cheese ravioli. This is good. This is really good. I'm gonna enjoy finishing this. Like, I almost can't even stop myself. I almost can't stop myself right now. But you guys, make this quick, simple, easy, delicious, and healthy. All right, make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Okay, bye.